afternoon. SHOT Show. It is the last day, the final hours of SHOT Show. So the last show here is Larry Vickers doing some trivia at Blue Force Gear booth, 31209. Come over to win some cool prizes and guess some trivia. Booth number 31209, Blue Force Gear, Larry Vickers. Thanks.
Yes. All right. You okay? Yeah. Right there. All right, dudes.
See you later.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Call you when we get back. Be there.
Excellent.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, put this up and
Here you go, dude. No problem.
The answer is Wooga Dooga, buddy.
Okay.
I'll get you a whole set. Okay. All right. Hey, Bill. I'm gonna get 3 people to switch out like every few minutes. Yeah, I got all the stuff.
It's because I love you.
Right.
This one? Are you letting this
Okay, so when it's programmed, that's when it's doing
Yes.
it.
On program. It's running the program.
Okay.
On monitor.
It's on this.
Fortunately for you guys, the dude from Poland took off today, I think. The only thing is here.
Center. Yep. And you can move around a little bit if you want to.
I like your alien.
From the party last night. So I'm like carrying it, and everybody's like, "Oh, take a picture with it." There's that on the other side of the casino. There's that really big display. So we put it inside. It's a big like glowing box. We put them in there. And everybody's coming up and like taking pictures with it. And so we turn around. There's like 30 people. We're like, "Oh,
Really?
we need to run away with the man."
Good.
Yeah.
I figured, yeah.
It's good brand recognition.
Your dogs are in here, too.
Yep.
And I realized it's either to come to Vegas and have fun and have like stupid money.
Yeah.
Like, here's a billion, or you have a gimmick. Aliens. You know? Yep. Oh, you have the alien. Come on, let's go.
You gotta run on Facebook too.
Yep.
Here,
All right,
come on, my
John, you ready?
Yeah.
We're going live here in a minute. I mean now. So we're going live now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have some bonus rounds today.
We are.
Do you want to be mic'd up?
No, it's okay.
Sure.
He's the star of the show. He's the star of the show.
Yeah.
That's why I stand off to the side. This is,
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it going. Last day. Got some diehards here.
he's been here a couple days. So the other guy, our Polish friend,
Yeah, he bailed.
I kind of, I'm all about capitalism, but isn't there kind of like a little bit of regulations that he just keeps cleaning everything up?
It's like anything. I know Obama, administration, and went over here. Now under Trump, it's over here, so it's got to kind of come back to the middle a little bit. It's still over here a bit. Good. Live at home.
Ooh, it's the good stuff. So
Intimate. I guess
good stuff. That is, okay, so that's from 2017. It's an AK sling. I want to say this is version 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. Are we ready at home or not?
Yes, we are.
Okay, we got a special AK sling here, guys. So we're going to have to make this a special AK question. It's often believed that the two-lug rotating bolt on the AK was taken from the M1 Garand. lot of evidence it was actually adapted from what Czech battle rifle? I think some people just assume since the trigger mechanism came, well, one, they know Kalashnikov was a big fan of John Gary. Number two, the trigger mechanism was taken from the Garins. I think they just figured, well, a rotating bolt is too. Actually, it may in fact be, but actually, if you look at this one particular Czech battle rifle, you can really see a lot of rotating bolt that was later shown up in the AK. So I tend to believe that the rotating bolt design of the AK came from this particular Czech weapon. Very, by the way, extremely rare. Extremely rare. Looking it up, Google Foo. Somebody's getting the Google Foo, and we got to do that, guys, because this is a pretty special sling here. It's got a leather pull tab. I can't just give you some softball AK question.
So if it's super rare, it's not going to be like a VZ58, right?
No, it's rare.
VZ58?
No.
M1 down.
That's not Czech.
He's talking about the CZ. MP44?
What's that?
MP44?
That's not Czech either. The MP44 is not Czech. Man, I'm gonna kind of lower my. What's that?
VZ26?
No.
That's too old. Too old?
I don't think you guys are gonna get it. I'm gonna have to, I think, lower the bar.
Are you gonna have? Before you used to be like, I'm gonna slide this one.
Yeah, but I mean,
Always
this
come
is
back.
the last day. Yeah, we could come back to it.
Which is always next year.
Yeah, dude. Thank you, John. Next year. All right, what do we got here, John?
All right, so this is a padded Vickers sling here with the push buttons. So if you've got your, a lot of the ARs now have got the push buttons in the front and rear of the receiver, like the SIG MCX. You just
Good. Let's keep doing the AK.
oh, we got one, CZ38.
No.
No?
Nope.
ZK420S?
Yes.
Oh!
ZK420S. Whoever answered that, by the way, looked it up online. It doesn't matter, he still answered it. It's the ZK420S. Correct.
All right.
You got the sling.
I got that.
All right, let's keep on the AK theme. Oh, there's what I consider to be an easy one, but maybe difficult for somebody. The safety on the AK was adapted from what weapon? Safety on the AK was adapted from what weapon?
Right side.
Huh?
Right side?
Walther? What, what the mechanical safety on the AK was adapted from what weapon?
Maybe. I haven't used that.
When you see it on this weapon, it's obvious. Helen Keller could see that's where it came from. Obvious that's where the AK safety came from. Anyone know? Anyone? Bueller? What now? What are you talking about now?
we got something from the interwebs
We
here.
got interwebs.
Remington Model 8?
Yes. Remington
Oh.
Model 8. Well done. Well done. I'm gonna have to shift gears on different guns here. Okay. World War II, Germany introduced kind of a revolutionary way to make small arms. There's a couple of the most famous small arms of World War II utilized this approach. What is that approach? Stamping. Stamped sheet metal, correct. Well done.
What is this?
Stamped sheet metal.
Whatever it is.
Oh, check this out. So this is the Cryptic Typhon in padded. We no longer have any of the padded, the tubular webbing to make the padded section. So you've got one of the last one in existence, sir.
Okay. Awesome. Well done. Okay. What do we got there, John?
So this is just like what he had, but this is just all black. So this is a current production version. Push button sling, so it's got the swivels on both sides.
Okay. This is kind of an easy one by my standards, but I don't know. Now, in World War II, the Sturmgewehr had a metal handguard. Why they did that, Lord only knows, which obviously in a short period of time it gets very hot. You'd have thought the Germans would have learned their lesson. However, after World War II, they did field another weapon with a metal handguard. What was that weapon?
G3?
Another weapon. It's a variant of this weapon. One of the key identifying features is the metal handguard. There were other countries that used it with a metal handguard, but the Germans primarily used it with a metal handguard. You thought they learned their lesson after World War II with the Sturmgewehr, but obviously not.
MP40.
No, my God. What's that? Setme?
Yeah.
Now, versions of the Setme had a metal handguard, but the Germans never fielded the Setme, they fielded the G3, which was a refined version of the Setme. It's a different gun.
FAL?
You said FAL. Yeah, FAL gave you that one. It's G1, which is a version of the FAL.
No, that's not how this works. You missed the beginning here. This isn't communism. If you get all the
Yeah,
answers
no,
and
we
you fill
don't.
your
This is
bag
the
up,
Obama administration.
the
Bernie
only,
isn't president.
the only difference is if the guy comes back, they got like 10 yesterday, and we were like, he gets
Like
some
your
passes.
sling, you can keep
Yeah, you can keep, yeah. All right, what else do we got here? Okay, what do we got here?
So this is a push-button sling in wolf. So don't have any, but we have kind of unfortunately had to discontinue the foliage green webbing. It has now been replaced by the wolf. So if you want that greenish grayish color, you go with the wolf. If you want more of a green color, we've got OD sling that's a stocking color.
Okay, another feature of the German G1, which was their version of the FAL that had metal handguards, there was another feature that it had that wasn't common on FALs, and it was a standard issued feature. There were other countries, once again, that fielded it this way, but the Germans were one of the key features it had.
select fire?
No.
They're also
No.
Hold open.
No. Actually, I'll give you,
Carry handle.
no.
Nope.
There's two features that were not common. And if you get either one, I'll give you a sling. Two features that were not common on the FAL as it was used around the globe. They were used to a limited degree outside of the German G1 variant of the FAL. Wrong.
Prong flash hider.
What?
Prong flash hider.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Is that a half answer though?
That's a half answer.
If it's a half answer.
So what do they get? What do they get if they get a half answer?
I tell them you got a half. If you get two halves, we'll make it a whole. But right now,
Yeah,
you
it's
get
a half. That's
Okay.
a half answer.
Okay. Okay, we got some more folding stock. Bipod.
Bipod.
Bayonet lug. Bipod is it?
Bipod, yes. That's one.
Oh.
Brandon Murray, iPod.
Okay.
Bipod.
Now, the half answer was the slotted flash suppressor. That was the half answer. What is the correct full answer on that? Bipod was one. The G1 had a bipod that was basically, for all intents and purposes, permanently mounted. It was not easily to detach. It wasn't easily detached bipod. A couple other countries did that, but it was not common. There was another key characteristic of the flash suppressor, the flash hider, on the German G1.
The 90-degree bayonet action lug?
No.
It went down over the barrel.
That's yours.
Some right.
Yeah, are you answering on a sling or what? No, I mean, that's not, yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean,
G1 라이플의 토음기에 모든 디바이스가
anybody know? What do you mean by adaptables? There you go. It was detachable. It was basically quick detach. You put the flash suppressor on and lock it on, and it was a quick detach flash.
What would you think?
Thanks for watching, right? Yeah, no, it's quick detach. Lock it on, and then you can also twist it and take it off.
Okay. Somebody said grenade mountable.
And that was pretty uncommon. I don't know if anybody else really, I think the Germans were the only ones that did that at the FAL. I don't remember anybody else doing it. Okay, what else we got here, John?
This is a unpadded Vickers sling and multicam.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, multicam.
All right. Change things up here a little bit. Actually, this might be a question we might want to put in our hip pocket. We'll stay on the FN theme a little bit. This is kind of a softball. What did the Belgians replace the FAL with for a service rifle?
FN 2000.
Softball here. Come on, guys. It's like almost borderline T-ball. SA.
G3. Robert Wynn says FN FNC.
FNC, come on. FNC. I do have an F2000 question coming up. We'll save that for this.
The best movie scene with an FNC?
Hit.
Yeah, Heat.
We got these at the house.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
Nicely done.
So so you got the FNC one, right? You got the guy online.
Yeah, we had those at the shop. It's the special
All right,
ones that are.
Here's a good one. This is a pretty good one if you can get this. The shape on the FNC handguard was first used on what version of the FAL? The shape, the way the handguard's shaped, and the bend, you can tell that's where it came from. What version of the FAL had that handguard that was obviously later influenced the FNC handguard?
I think you got it.
Israel.
What's that?
Israel.
Yes, Israel.
Wow.
Well done. Bam.
Wow.
Israel, yes.
Are you a guns professor?
No, I just like guns.
Oh boy. This is a good one if you get this. What feature on the FNC is, as far as I know, it's the first widely issued 5.56 or 223 assault rifle that had this feature. That feature that you saw it later, but it was pretty uncommon. It never really caught on, per se. There was one feature in the way the gun operated, which was unique. As far as I know, the FNC was the first weapon that had it.
Gas pistol. Gas pistol.
Gas pistol?
Dots cover?
No, but you know what? I like the train of thought, so I'm going to give you.
Yeah.
Wait, check. Not the dust cover. No, wait a minute. The spring-loaded dust cover.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That was pretty innovative, and I don't know that there was anybody who had it before.
That used to FN para. FN 249.
But there's another feature that it has. Another feature that the FNC has. That was the first of its type. The way it operates.
Let's see here. How about FALO? FALO?
Wrong.
Side charge?
No.
2-position gas valve.
No.
Forward assist.
No.
Is it the cover that closes the gap of the charging handle?
No, that's why I gave him the sling for right there.
Oh, I see.
What I call curtain, but also spring-loaded dust cover. No, it's I'm trying to explain. It's how the gun operates. The way it works is unique in this respect. And I say unique. There's other guns that have this.
Gas regulator?
What's that?
Gas regulator.
No. There's one of the first guns that had this.
This trigger is backside. It's like what? What is it called? Trigger is.
I'll just tell you, I don't think you guys are going to get it. It's 3-shot burst. It had safe semi 3-shot burst and full auto. And it was one of the first that had that. It may have been the first that was that. FN did a gun called the FNCAL. It was a predecessor to the FNC, which was a failure. It had 3-shot burst as well. But as far as I know, for a widely issued service rifle, the FNC was the first one that I'm aware of that had a 3-shot burst. All right, let's switch gears.
He said Colt did that first.
Now I'm talking about widespread use. Different people experimented with it in terms of issuing it as a service rifle. Colt never did. Colt's never done that. It was all the Colt stuff was experimental or in limited use, never used in the U.S. military. Okay. All right, let's switch gears. I've got a good, actually, he mentioned F2000 earlier, which has been, I don't even think FN makes it. I think they dropped it. It was basically a failure. What is the most unique feature of the F2000? Forward ejection. Yes, forward ejection.
Good job.
All right.
This is the Jedburgh pack. So these once they sell out, they're kind of done. So this is great for your everyday carry, or whether you're going to the office, going to school. It's also loop lined on the inside, so all the dappers, all the pouches, you can stick them in, swap them out, do everything you need. So you got to make it pretty good. No softballs, definitely no T-balls on this one.
Okay, this is a pretty good one. This is one that you know your stuff, you'll know it. The gas system, the gas piston system on the F2000 Scar are basically the same. It's a short stroke gas piston. It was adapted from what weapon? Scar and one on the F2000 are basically the same. And it has, the gas regulator type thing. FN loves gas regulators. But what weapon was it taken from?
I'm going to guess the VZ58.
No, I don't know.
Shoot tire?
What's that?
Shoot tire. AUG?
Star AG?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, well done.
He's good.
So bonus round, I got to take the special slings back for everybody that's won them online, especially the ones that we have discontinued. So those are going back in the hip pocket, but we've got another Jedburgh here in Wolf Gray that
All right.
one less thing to take out.
Okay. Well, give me a gun. Whose favorite gun you want to question on? Stump the LAV.
K1A rifle.
K1.
Aye, rifle.
We're talking about the K1
A.
in Korea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Interestingly enough, the K2 used a gas system that you would think would have been used on the K1. And when you see the K1 and the K2, their gas systems are flipped. One that you would think would be used on the shorter barrel gun is actually used on the longer barrel gun, and the one that you would think that might be used on the longer barrel gun is used on the shorter gun. What is that?
The gas is there.
K2 is full stroke gas system. K1 is a gas direct system.
Gas direct. And what is K2?
K2 is
More like an AK.
yes. AK.
All right, so how are you guys going to split the pack?
Yeah, separate. Yeah.
Yeah, you can rip it in half. There you go. Yes,
I am
the
used to
K2, the full-size rifle, basically has an AK-style gas system. The K1 has a direct impingement gas system with a shorter barrel. And they're kind of like, that doesn't make much sense. You would think they would have, it would be flipped.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Stick around, guys. We got some pictures and swag to hand out.
Just let everybody know we still have the SHOT Show special for everybody at home that couldn't make it. You could use SHOT 2020 at checkout and you'll get 15% off. Again, if you're current or former military or law enforcement, you guys always get 10% off. Just make sure that when you register your account, select that. That'll be going on until 2/5, February 5th. And I think that's it. Wrapping up SHOT Show.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.